What is a mindset trainer? What is a mental performance coach? What is a sports psychologist? And what do they do and how can they help me? Those were some questions that I was asking myself as an athlete who was constantly looking for ways to get better and also feeling like I was up against the wall in terms of skills that I could learn or strength conditioning that I could do, because I felt like I was already doing everything that I could while not seeing the results that I wanted. Hi everyone, my name is Coach Lauren and I am a mental performance coach who works primarily with elite level athletes. I'm also the assistant coach of the New York Sirens in the Professional Women's Hockey League. So athlete mindset training is something that is near and dear to my heart. And first we're going to get into what is it? Athlete mindset training is all about getting in the mental gym and figuring out the blueprint of your mindset. That is to say, figuring out how your brain works and how it's impacting your performance. And if you're sitting here thinking that your brain isn't impacting your performance, well, I've got news for you. Your brain is responsible for up to 98% of the outcomes that you experience within your sport, because the brain runs the show. Your brain is running your show 100% of the time. It's responsible for everything from our heart rate to how fast we're breathing to the way that our body moves in space. So athlete mindset training allows the athlete, through their work with a coach, to figure out where their mindset and where their brain is acting in a way that helps them, and also acting in a way that doesn't help them or actually actively hinders their performance. Now, why it's so important that we start to talk about this, and why as athletes who are looking to gain the most from our performance and the most from our efforts, why we want to start engaging in some mindset training, is because it has a profound impact in our athletic performance. If we're talking about working on our mental muscle, which has up to 98% impact on our overall performance, we're talking about an area of our game that we could see huge jumps in because of how impactful it is in our everyday experience. So there's been plenty of research done on why mental performance training, mindset training is beneficial, but just to go over a couple of stats quick here for you. First and foremost, self-efficacy, or what we call belief in self, and more commonly, confidence. Mindset training has the ability to improve confidence up to 82% in some people. And if we're thinking about why confidence is so important, think about the last time that you went into something and you were feeling really great about it and you were feeling awesome about your ability to be successful in that situation. And now think about a time that you went into a different situation and you really didn't feel good about your abilities. You felt, underprepared, you weren't ready for it, you did not feel confident in your ability to have success in that moment. Totally different performance outcomes, I'm sure. Totally different process as well. And another piece of athlete mindset training that we talk a lot about is visualization. Athletes who engage in visualization reported up to a 13% increase in competitive performance. 13%! As athletes, we're constantly looking for that 1% improvement rate. So if we're talking about a mental tool and strategy that's going to give you up to 13%, well, we absolutely need to be cashing in on that. That is the power of mental performance. It gives us the ability to unlock and open these doors within our mindset that we didn't even know existed, that can give us access to new levels of our performance. Look, if you're an elite level athlete, you know that strength and conditioning is super important. You know that your nutrition is really important. And you know what happens to your performance when you're not taking care of those areas. The same can be said for our mental performance training. We know, all of us mental performance coaches and those who work within psychology know the impact that our brain has on our ability to do what we want to do and to achieve the goals that we've set for ourselves. So if we're not getting into the mental gym and doing that work on a consistent basis, we're missing out on a huge opportunity to grow and become the best version of ourselves. So if you're sitting here and you're still not sure, let me ask you this. Have you recently gone into a situation where maybe you needed to get something done, or you're trying a new skill and for whatever reason you just feel like you can't get through it? Or you're trying to rep something out and you keep making the same mistake and now you're starting to get really frustrated or angry. Or your coach comes up to you and gives you feedback and you shut down, you can't accept it, you get really angry, frustrated, you want to pull away as fast as possible. These are all examples of mental errors that you're making that are ultimately costing you growth. And again, we're looking for that 1% of growth per day, so we need to get into the mental gym. So if this sounds like you, a mental performance coach can absolutely help you get back on track, can help you start to see more consistent growth in your game. And if that's something that you want, reach out to me, Coach Lauren, and I will help you get your mental game right.